What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing on this Friday night? Actually, I thought I was live on this page earlier, probably about 5, 6 minutes ago, but I was actually live on my fan page. But yeah, so we are here now. I'm giving time. I got to give time for the algo to kick in again. But how's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've seen y'all, since I've gone live outside of having an interview on my on this page, on my personal page. So what's everybody going on? Or what's going on with everybody, and how's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments where you are at from this Friday night. So as I said on my other feed, which I'm shaking the table now, as I said on my other feed, um, Friday night might mean different things to different people, but to most people, Friday night is the weekend. As I was saying, the people on first shift, usually on Fridays, because I work second shift when I quit my job. When I resigned from my job, I was actually on second shift, and Friday nights were actually a little bit different for me because everybody from first shift would be leaving, and they would leave at like 5, 6 o'clock, and then I still have another probably about 6, 7 hours to work. Sometimes I ended up getting off 2, 3 in the morning, Saturday morning, which some people call that Friday night, whatever you want to look at it, was Saturday morning. So I really didn't have, technically a weekend. And then sometimes I know that people work a weekend shift, so Friday they're actually going into work. Fridays they're actually Monday. But I know for most of you guys that are out there now, you're actually Friday night is the weekend. So how was everybody's week? What did you do? Was it a good week? Was it a bad week? Did you have a busy week? Was it a laid back week? Was it a relaxed week? And where are you at now? Are you at work? I mean, are you still working? Looks like I got one viewer on. Put something in the comments. Where are you joining us from? Where are you at? Are you in a restaurant? Are you, are you at home just chilling, watching Netflix and chill, like a lot of people say, or Netflix and grind, whatever you want to do, whatever you're doing. If you got a side business, then I know you Netflix and hustle. So, yeah, so what are you doing tonight on this Friday night? Where are you joining us from? And actually, what do you have planned for the weekend? I know everybody likes getting into the college football. Some people watch college football. Some people don't watch college football. Whatever it is, who is your favorite team in college football? I'm actually a USC alumni, and that's not the University of Southern California, but that is the University of South Carolina, the Gamecocks, which I don't think they're doing too good this season. So they pretty much gotten blown out from what my dad told me the last time. Actually, I guess it was, he told me, I guess, one game that they had played and they got pretty much blown out. They were like 0-3. That means they lost pretty much 3 games if you don't follow sports or anything like that. But yeah, so I guess you guys read the title as far as Facebook groups, but actually I'm getting into pretty much just seeing what you guys are doing. I know I've been live for about 3 minutes now. I'm sure Facebook's going to push this out. So how is everybody doing? What does everybody have going on? Looks like I have 2 people on here. Let me know. Just put in the comments so I know that you're here. If you can hear me, if you can see me, put a 1. If you can hear me, put a 1. If you can see me, put a 2. So if you can see me and hear me, put a 1 and 2. And then I guess if if that doesn't, I mean, if you can't see me or hear me, then obviously that's a big problem. So 1 and 2. So I guess if you can't hear me, then I guess I have to. You can see me 2, 1. So yeah. So just let me know what's going on, how you're doing, where you calling. Where are you viewing from? What do you have going on this Friday night? I don't know if some of you guys might actually be at the restaurant, sitting down at the table, looking at this while you're eating a burger, cheeseburger, popping in a French fry, something like that. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know. You might be at home with your feet kicked back on the dinner table. You might be clipping your toenails. I don't know what's going on. So I don't know how you're doing. I don't know if you can click the like, the heart button, the thumbs up, the heart button, the smiley face. Give me something. I mean, I see no comments, no nothing going on in here. Just trying to see what everybody is doing. Where are you calling from? Where are you at? I said calling from. Where are you viewing at? Let me know. That way I know I have, some type of audience. I see people looking. I know people are creeping. I know people watch my content, but then they never, they never comment. They don't say anything or anything like that because I see there's 3 people on, but nobody is putting anything in the comment. I know there's like a little delay. So I will actually just sit here, pause for a few minutes just to see if somebody will actually give me some likes. Oh, there's Scott. Scott, what is going on, man? I hadn't talked to you, hadn't seen you in a while. Well, what's going on, man? Yeah, I used to actually I work with this guy. He's actually one of my coworkers. So I hope everything's going on. Hope everything's going well with you. Everything. How's the family doing? I know your kids and everything are getting bigger, growing up. That's another thing. You know, your kids grow up fast. I mean, I got actually how old is my son's 13. My daughter is 11. So they actually grow fast. It seemed just like yesterday where I pretty much went to sleep, fell asleep, and my daughter fell off of the bed. So yeah, actually I was working third shift, and I actually had to keep her during the day, and I was working at nights. And she actually I fell asleep, and she was on the bed with me, and she actually rolled off. Which obviously that's a heartache. That's something that's actually kind of leads me into my next sentiment as far as just you need to have something else to do. I mean, that was very struggling. That was heartache. I mean, I work pretty much every shift. I work first shift, I work second shift, I work third shift, and it's rough. I worked the weekend shift. I worked the all around shift. Actually, there was a time where I had two jobs. I was working two jobs. When I say two jobs, I don't mean a full-time job and a part-time job. I mean, I was actually working two full-time jobs. So I was working maybe about 60, 70 hours a week, which that was pretty rough within itself. So I said, I got to stop doing this. I got to find the side hustle. And let me know if the video is a little blurry. I can't tell because on my end it's good. I won't be able to tell until after the video is already posted. And Scott says, doing well. I see you're famous now. Congratulations. Third shift was hard. I'm not famous. I mean, what I'm doing is actually just sharing my story. Everybody has a story to share. I don't think I'm famous. I mean, there's a couple of people, obviously my wife joining me. She's actually in the other room. I won't say I kicked her out of the room, but I said I'm getting ready to go live, and she was actually playing a video actually of me. She was trying to listen to my other live because I went live on my fan page. But I didn't kick her out of the room. I was like, I'm getting ready to go live. She kind of just left. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everybody has a story. I mean, and whether you want to hear my story or not, I mean, there's three people that liked it, three people that are wrong. I mean, the thing is, my story is not for everybody. I mean, it might encourage some people, it might discourage some people, but whatever. I mean, if you don't want to view it, that's the joy of social media. That's the joy of Facebook. You can tune in and you can tune out. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, if you don't like what you're doing, I mean, you're going to be scrolling on your phone anyway. Stuff that you don't like, what do? You just keep scrolling. So if you don't like me, if you don't want to hear me, then you just keep scrolling. I mean, that's the thing. And also unfriend me. That way you won't see my content anymore. Don't hit the button and say, I don't want to see any of this content, because Facebook won't push my content out like it should. So therefore, just unfriend me if you don't want to see my content and don't like my page. So obviously some of the stuff I talk about, people want to hear. Some of the stuff they don't want to hear. So whatever it is, that's good for you. That's good for me. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, the heart button, the smiley face, or whatever you're hitting. Thank you for commenting in the comments, because if you have something that is valuable that people need to see, that people need to hear, why would you not share it? I mean, that's like you going out into the streets. You see a wino, you see a bum, you see a homeless person, and you actually have the money, or you actually have the means and the funds to actually help that person. But I know some people don't want to hear this message, because obviously you've seen homeless people, you've seen people on the street before, and even no matter how much amount of money that you have, either you will help them. I mean, either you're not going to help them anyway. So, but even if you do, because I know some people actually have good hearts out there. I know Scott has a good heart. So shout out to Scott. Obviously, my wife has a good heart. I'm not going to marry anybody that does not have a good heart. But thank you guys for tuning in. But just as I was saying, if you do have the funds and you do have the means and you have the money to actually help somebody out, why would you not help them? And that's what I think this is. If I have a story that actually, something that if I can encourage somebody, then why not share it with them? Why not let them know? So that leads me to my next sentiment, where I was saying that pretty much, I work every shift. I work second shift, I work third shift, I work weekend shift. And it says, can I send you a DM if I want you to help me with my business? Oh, of course, you don't have to send me a DM. I don't know, my wife is just playing around in the comments. But yeah, you can send me a DM. Yes, you can send me a DM. Actually, you don't have to send me a DM. I can just talk to you. So I don't know why you want. I don't know why she's saying that. But yeah, you can send me a DM, and then actually we can schedule a call. Um, where I can help you out if you got any questions about what I'm doing, where I'm going, why I keep going live, and why I'm doing everything that I want to do. And then I can't really see all these comments. Be live is oh, and just to let you know, I'm not joshing. I'll actually throw this up on the screen. Scott Allison says, "What's up?" And he's saying that he is doing well. Just to let you guys know that I'm not making up this stuff. So it is actually people viewing in and joining and actually posting and commenting in the comment section. So it says doing well because obviously what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, this video is actually going to go to YouTube. And Scott, you will be famous too, as you call me famous. So they got your name on here and everything like that. So if you want to be famous, yeah, so you're now actually famous, even though I don't consider myself famous. But then my wife is actually on here. She says hello. Go check out her channel. Actually, you can just go to YouTube, type in her name, and you will get a lot of amazing content. Actually, she has a lot of content as far as us going to Rwanda and everything that we did in Rwanda because we just got back from Rwanda probably about 2 or 3 months ago. Scott is actually laughing here. And there's my wife. She's playing around. Says, can you send me a DM if I want you to help me with my business? And then actually she threw up this smiley face, which is small, which I don't know why they made it small. And it says that's a question. Says that's a question some are afraid to ask. Oh yeah. So my wife was saying that the question that she threw up this question here um, about you sending me a DM. Yes, you can send me a DM, and then actually we can go from there. We can schedule a call. I can schedule a call with you or anything like that. I have limited time because I'm actually doing a lot of stuff. I actually have a digital marketing agency that I am running, and I actually have I'm working on some affiliate marketing stuff, which leads me to this. So the link, if you do reach out to me, if you want to, because obviously I'm working. Actually, the reason why I posted this is I'm actually trying to queue up for an interview that I'm having on Tuesday at 3 p.m. So this Tuesday at 3 p.m., I'm actually getting ready to interview a guy who actually uses Facebook for his entire business model. I kind of told him, what I was doing as far as taking, content from Facebook and posting it pretty much everywhere, like a lot of people talk about, but that is not his system. Obviously, everybody does stuff differently. People do stuff in different ways. People do stuff in ways that actually help them work out. People do stuff that works for them the best way that they know how to work. I mean, you're going to do something that fits you and suits you and that you enjoy. Hopefully you're doing that. I know when I was an employee working full-time job, I was doing stuff that I really did not enjoy doing. But hopefully you are in a situation that you enjoy doing what you're doing. So I kind of told him what I was doing, and he was like, well, I don't do that. I just pretty much use Facebook for my main business source, which I was like, I pretty much knew at the time, when I was actually talking to this guy in the chat box. He was telling me how he was using Facebook. I knew how powerful social media was. So if you don't know how powerful social media is, then you need to just pay attention to what's going on, because there's a lot of people. I mean, if you look at Instagram, if you just browse on Instagram, there's people making money on Instagram. Especially people with 1 million followers, probably 1 million or more followers. There's actually companies reaching out to them. I mean, like big brands, big companies reaching out to these, I guess, influencers, if you want to call them, just posting pictures of themselves, which my wife says they're pretty much half naked on Instagram. So, but I mean, these brands are actually reaching out to these people and actually sending them paychecks. Check out, there's actually, I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not, but there was a video on Netflix, which was actually telling people how to actually get likes on Facebook or Instagram. I forgot the name of the. I guess it was like a documentary or something, and it talked about how you can actually use Instagram, or how people were using Instagram to get companies to just pretty much write them checks, and they were signing top dollar contracts using Instagram. So we got Instagram, we got YouTube. A lot of people are actually making a ton of money. Actually, I was just scrolling the other day, and I actually, depending on what you type in, what videos you watch, and all that stuff on YouTube, they're actually going to cater the next few videos that they show you and that come up in the little sidebar and that you see on your homepage on YouTube is actually going to they're actually going to cater specific videos to the content that you've been watching. And I have been looking at, I guess, just how much money you can make off of YouTube from having like 1 million video views, which a lot of people think, 1 million video views, I'll never accomplish that and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure some of the videos that have gone viral, have you seen them? I mean, there's actually like channels, people following, they're like, I don't know, one channel has, just like unboxing. So they just pretty much get a box and they open it up and they record that and they upload it to YouTube, and people like that. That was big last year. And a lot of people made a ton of money off of YouTube. I'm talking about in the millions. So, I mean, you got Instagram, you got YouTube that you can make money off. And this brings me to Facebook. So you have Facebook. If you really understand and know how to use Facebook, you can actually make a lot of money. And what is specific, I mean, everybody knows about Facebook ads because you see them going through your feed and you see them all this. But the guy that I'm interviewing, let me just tell you his name. His name is Andrew Kroeze. And I'm interviewing him on Tuesday at 3 p.m. But the situation with this is he doesn't use any Facebook ads, which is amazing because everybody's pushing, all the gurus, all the experts, everybody, up in all the big businesses and everything. They're saying use Facebook, use Facebook, use Facebook. But when you use Facebook, run ads. He pretty much has made $1 million. I know I'm getting ready to show you some slides here that this was actually last year. So last year he made $500,000 just by having a Facebook group. And if you don't believe me, I mean, he has posts and everything in there. He has screenshots of his funds, his account. This is on social media, so I hope he doesn't mind if I share it or not. If he does, then I'll just pull this video down, but it'll be too late by then because hopefully a lot of people have been seeing it, which I've seen people tune in, tune out. So, but the thing is, he has used Facebook to grow his business. I mean, he pretty much made a business just around Facebook. I know he has a YouTube channel, not sure. I know he has an Instagram, but he really doesn't use those to make money. He actually uses Facebook. I mean, if you can see from the post, you can do the same thing. I mean, he actually teaches people, which I'm getting ready to throw up a slide now, which is right here on the slide. I mean, if you can see right here, let me throw this down. Which it kind of blocks a little bit, the video. I know my video blocks it. It says, while I was just looking at this, I don't know, you can read the post, but it says with PayPal, we're over $500,000 a year. So like I said, this is on his page. You can go check him out. His name is Andrew Kroeze. And this is how much he made right here. This was actually, I think this was last year. So he made $500,000 last year, which this is his PayPal account. This is a screenshot of his PayPal account. So, I mean, obviously this guy knows what he's doing. I mean, he has this down pretty much to a science. I mean, when you think of science, you think of something that if you do it, it's going to happen again. I mean, it's reproducible. So, I mean, that's what a lot of people say, well, that's what science is pretty much. I mean, if you put something, I mean, certain things in science, there are laws and everything like that. But I mean, this is pretty much a law where he has this, set down. He has a system in that if you plug into the system and you do what the system pretty much says, then I'm not saying that, obviously everybody's different. I won't say, well, I'll take that back as a law because I don't want to get sued and all that stuff. But I mean, for the majority of people that actually do what he says, they make money. Not to say that you're going to make money. Obviously, you have to give a disclaimer because people are going to, take this and run with it. But for the majority of people that actually take his programs and actually implement what he says in the program and in the system, you will actually get these results, which I'm getting ready to throw up some other screenshots as well. So right here, the name of the program that he has is Group Growth and Monetization Blueprint, which he will pretty much tells you how to make a Facebook group, how to grow a Facebook group, and how to monetize a Facebook group. If you can see it from the post, it says in 42 days. So in 42 days, you should be able to do all of that stuff if you follow the system step by step. If you follow the system step by step, you should do that. But like I said, there's a disclaimer. Not everybody's going to have the same results. So I'm not saying that you're going to make, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 a month. Not even saying that you make $1 or $2 or any money at all. But I'm saying there's a system. People have done it. People have made money off of this system. As you can see right here, it says, I want to make an additional $25,000 per month with only 3 hours of work per week using a Facebook group. And it says ask him here. He's actually at an event here, and pretty much at a booth and everything like that, which, pretty much is actually, which on this post, which I did not take a screenshot of that, but he says he signed up like 1,000 or so people online. He said he wanted to see how many people he can sign up in person, which is pretty interesting that he signed up 1,000 people into a program online. But I mean, this guy's a hustler. I won't say hustler as in, a bad sense, but the fact that he actually puts in the work. I mean, he actually talks to people. I mean, he was actually talking to me in my inbox. I mean, you think with people, make a lot of money that they're going to have a team, which he does have a team now. I don't think he's that active, as active as he used to be, but he still has a group. So you can actually join his group, which is Tribe of Buyers. And then you can also have access to him with inside the group. So I know he does actually comment on the post in the group. He's pretty active in the group. And then also, there's people right here that says, which this kind of just tells his heart right here. He has a mission, he has a goal. It says, mark my words, I'm going to donate $1 million before I turn 30. And I know he's in his 20s. I don't know specifically how old he is. I mean, I know I think he's around, 23, 24, something like that. He might be a little older than that, maybe 27, but I know he's in his 20s. And that's just a pretty interesting fact, because some people will not even make $1 million in their lifetime. And he says he wants to give it away by the time he is 30, which I'll say that is, an amazing. That's just something, as far as with his heart, shows the type of person he is. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. I mean, have you ever thought about growing your own Facebook group? Do you have a Facebook group? Actually, this is a place, usually I don't allow links on my page. I don't like links. I don't like people coming in posting links, because I don't do that on other people's pages, which I think is rude and inconsiderate. You don't take somebody else's audience that they had time to build, and then go and display your stuff on there. I mean, there's certain days, there's certain ways that you can do that. But actually, if you do have a Facebook group, if you're tuning in, go ahead and put it in the comments. The comment section, actually put your Facebook group in the comments. Because obviously everybody needs some growth in their Facebook group. Everybody's always looking to grow. Not to say you want to even make money. I don't even know if you want to monetize your Facebook group. But like I said from the beginning, everybody has a story. So, and actually there was a post that he posted on his page. Actually, I was scrolling on his page, but it's like, everybody has a story. Why are you hiding it for yourself and keeping it to yourself? So, I mean, it's really inconsiderate, and it's selfish of you to not tell, the story that you have. I mean, you may not think that you have a story. You're like, well, I don't have a story. I'm only this, and this. I'm still doing this, and this. It doesn't matter. I mean, you still have something that you can tell somebody that might help somebody. I mean, just the fact that you might have went to the store one day and actually somebody, pretty much bought your grocery. Which I had actually a meme on my page. I had a meme on my page, which actually pretty much said that, this one person went to the store and somebody bought a grocery, but it's pretty much a joke. It said they got to the cash register, and I guess they said there was a lady in front of her. She couldn't pay. She didn't have enough money to pay for her groceries. And then it pretty much said that what the person did was, I did everything. I did the godly thing that I needed to do. And I actually ended up helping the lady put all the groceries back. So it kind of made it, seem like, there was going to be a play or a term or something like that, as far as that she was actually going to help the lady pay for the groceries, but she said she helped the lady put the groceries back. But I mean, the thing is, even if something like that happens or whatever, you go, actually somebody might buy your food one day or something like that, or even somebody might give you, a certain amount of money, or even somebody just might come up to you one day and just like, hey, man, you look nice in that outfit. Just somebody might be struggling that day. Somebody might be tuning in, whether you want to go on Facebook Live or, whether you just want to have a Facebook group, whether you want to do a blog or whatever. I mean, the thing is, somebody actually might be scrolling on the internet one day, and it actually helps them, get through a bad day, get through a bad situation. Everybody needs encouragement, and everybody needs and wants attention. So just from one particular post, even on your Facebook page, just by telling somebody about your day, you might actually encourage somebody to, help them out. Actually, there's a story that somebody told me where actually they were walking down the street one day, and they actually started talking to this person that was sitting at the bus stop. And they started talking to him, engaging with the person and everything like that. And because of the conversation, the person actually opened up to them and they said, I was getting ready to actually go commit suicide. And because of that person, because the person actually stopped and talked to him and actually gave him encouragement to continue on with your life, you have no idea what people are going through. Um, you don't understand, the situation that they are in. So, I mean, even just the fact of you just saying hello to somebody might encourage them. I mean, you can just actually, I've seen people do that on their Facebook page. They pretty much just do a post, hello. So, I mean, everybody has a story. So don't sit there and say you don't have a story. You just have to figure out how you want to formulate your story, how you want to share your story. Please share your story. And even if you do share your story, it might be a way for you to monetize your story, which I would say, yeah, you may not want to. And like I said, if you don't, it's not all about money. But the thing is, in the process, you might make money just by helping people. What is it? It says Jim Rohn said that the more people you help, the more pretty much the more people the more attention you get. So the more attention that is on you, then obviously the more eyes and the more money that actually comes towards you, which I see people tuning in, tuning out. But the thing is, there's certain things that you can do to share your story. I know I tell this story all the time. Somebody reached out to me and they said that they actually wanted to start going live. So, I mean, you don't have to do this, on video or anything like that. Just start one step at a time. Like I said, if you're not used to posting encouraging things or, sharing things online or sharing things in general, just start out by, putting, hello on a post or something like that, just to so people can view in and tune in. And actually, let me go on with these slides here. So, and then obviously right here, the next slide is pretty much just saying that, on his, actually on Andrew's birthday, he said he pretty much made $15,000 on his birthday. That was pretty much just in one day. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you to come with questions on Tuesday. I want you to come and pretty much drill him on Tuesday as far as how he grew, a Facebook group, why he got into, doing Facebook, using Facebook groups. How did you grow it so fast? What things do you implement? Now, he may or may not share all that information. He might just say, go sign up for his course. But usually, most of the time, actually not most of the time, all the time, he's pretty, he is, very generous with his information. So as you can see, on his birthday, he made that much. And there's actually a couple of people in his group that he's helped. So it says 60,000 in 36 hours. So in 36 hours, this guy made 60,000 by taking Andrew Kroeze's training. So it says, yeah, I was going to go live in your group today, 60,000 in 36 hours, filled all the spots, kind of sick because it was 60,000 exactly. I sold the last two at 6,800 because of a supply and demand. It says Big Daddy 10 out of 10 on sale calls, which is obviously good. So, I mean, it doesn't just necessarily teach you how to get people into your Facebook group. It doesn't necessarily teach you how to monetize it, which obviously all of that stuff is sales. I mean, it's good for you to learn sales because obviously whether you're going from where you're transitioning from a new job, from an old job to a new job, or even currently within your current job, if you're actually trying to get a promotion and raise, you actually have to use sales tactics to get your manager and everybody else over you, or whoever's over you, to you have to justify why you want more money. So, I mean, that's a sales tactic. So you have to sell yourself regardless. I mean, you got to sell yourself to get a job, and you pretty much have to sell yourself to increase and get up in the job. I mean, I know there's one guy, actually, he was pretty, I mean, obviously he was a good salesman. Even though he worked in the lab, he was a good salesman, because I'm like, how does this guy get away with not doing anything all day long, but yet he keeps getting promoted? But, I mean, he's a good salesman. I mean, you have to look at it. I mean, I know you guys have people like that who you work with in your department who actually do absolutely nothing all day long. And then you're running around, spending pretty much like, a chicken with your head cut off. And then this one guy just sitting in your manager's office all day long and just talking. And it's like, how in the world does that happen? How does it work like that? But I mean, this guy, he's a good salesman. So that's why I tell you it pays to, use sales tactics. So even if you look at getting into this, it may not even be that you want to grow your Facebook group. It might be that you want to earn sales tactics, sales techniques, tactics, and skills and everything like that, because they'll take you far in life. And here's him with Damon John. So if you don't know this guy, actually he spoke at Damon John's conference, which is I think it was CarrotCon, which I have no idea what lead carrot is. I guess it might just be a vendor there, but the name of the place where he spoke or the event where he spoke at was CarrotCon, and he's actually with Damon John, which if you don't know him, he's actually on Shark Tank. Actually, I saw him at the 10X conference. That was Grant Cardone's conference in Miami. I saw Damon John. He actually spoke on stage. But yeah, so Andrew actually spoke at his event. He didn't meet him. He actually spoke at his. I mean, he didn't just meet him. He actually spoke at his event. And I'm not sure how that transpired. Maybe you guys can remind me to ask him about that on Tuesday at 3:00. So, and here's another slide right here where it says $34,000 in 4 days for a coach in the fitness niche, Authority Accelerator Elite. It says bottleneck with sales. It says appreciated 4 clients in the last 4 days, $84,000. So in 4 days, this person made $84,000 by taking this training. So just to let you guys know, check it out. I mean, if you have any inclination of using a Facebook group, just reach out to me. Let me know. I think I'm going to put a link in the comments below. You can click the link to give you some more information about the course, about the project, about everything that he is doing. I mean, like I said, everybody has a story. Everybody has something that they're interested in. Why not use Facebook to share your story, to share your interests and everything like that? So as the post says, it's going to actually teach you how to do all that. It's going to teach you how to find the right people that are interested in what you are interested in. I mean, there's no point in, broadcasting everything to, certain people who are not interested in what you're doing, what you have going on or anything like that. So, like I said before, I know some of you guys are tuned in, tuned out, whatever. But I mean, if you're on here now and you have a Facebook group, if you're interested in growing a Facebook group, let me know in the comments. What niche would it be in? What subject would you talk about? What would you build your Facebook group around? Put it in the comments below. And then if you think this is information, if you think this is something that people want to hear, then actually go ahead and share it. I mean, share it with people. I mean, if you think it's something that they actually want to hear, let me go ahead and put a link in the comments here where you guys can actually get access to this. But I mean, think about it. I mean, everybody has some type of idea. Everybody has something that they are interested in. I mean, just let me know what type of group would you start. I mean, what would it be based around? What would the subject be? Actually, I'm building out this link here real quick. Let's see. So let me know what you're interested in, and let me know if you ever thought about having a Facebook, or even share this with your friends, somebody that you might think might be interested in a Facebook group. Let me know. Give me a shout out. Put it in the comments, and let me know if you guys are going to be tuning in to the interview. Like I said, it is Thursday. What is this? I'm building out a link here. So yeah, let me know. The interview is actually going to be Tuesday. I don't know if I just said Thursday, but the interview is going to be Tuesday at 3 p.m. Tune in, bring your questions. Let me know. Actually, just come with questions. Come with questions and how he grew. I mean, I would actually be trying to figure out how to I don't have access to the comments. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, that's weird because actually I do not have access to the comments. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, if you want to build a Facebook group, reach out, type it in the comments. I'm getting ready to put the link, which I was going to actually pin it here. So I don't know what's going on with that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know the Facebook group that you want to have. Let me put it in the comments, type it down below, even your favorite Facebook group. Put that below. just share groups. I mean, like I said, I don't give the opportunity to do this because I don't like it. So, I mean, most of the time, I mean, if you put a post or a link or something on my page, in my group, on my, my personal page, anything like that, I'm going to delete it. But go ahead in this post right here, on this post only, make sure that you put the group or the subject that you would talk about, or a group that you already have. Put the link to the group in the comments. Um, if you know what group you want to create, put the subject that you would create it in, because actually his VA is actually giving out free help. So the VA, because obviously now he has a team, because he's has a lot of people who actually came into the program. So in order for them to be accommodated appropriately, he had to build a team around it. Because I mean, that's some things, with a lot of businesses and everything like that, they really don't accommodate the customers that they currently have, that they're going to get, anything like that. They don't have a system or anything built out. This guy Andrew has a system built out around everything that he is doing. So and his VA that works with him personally, that's actually growing his personal page, she's actually giving out free help with groups. So she actually wants to start out fresh. A person that is actually starting a group out fresh, she wants to, a brand new group, she's actually going to help them grow that. I think she's supposed to be working with the person for 3 to 6 weeks, I think, or so. So that is a good jump and growing your Facebook group. But I think the stipulations are, if you already have a Facebook group, you can't work with it. She only wants to start either with new groups that are just like really just beginning within, like, maybe less than a month or so. Actually, I'm not sure about that. It might even be lower than that. But I know even if you don't have a group yet. So thank you guys for tuning in. Take care, and click the link in the comments. Have a good one. Take care.